So hey everyone, today is the 13th of January and I was supposed to shoot, edit, and release a video yesterday itself, but because life happened to me, I couldn't do all of that shit. So now I decided to basically shoot a monologue video, which is gonna be a life update video, and I'm gonna update you guys with a lot of stuff, with a lot of things basically. Okay, and here are the things that I want you guys to understand. No, here are some things that I want to tell you guys. Okay, because I don't want you to understand anything. I want to tell you what's happening. Okay, I'm not convincing anyone of anything. I'm just documenting everything. All right, here goes. Whew. Um, Last year I started and ended my own business. Okay, I co-founded a content creation agency with my co-founder. We ran it together for a lot of months. I took an exit after 10 months, and he took his exit a short while after that. We used to help small scale startups with their social media. That's what we did. At the same time, I started interning at a company, got a part time offer as well to work with them. Then I got an offer to basically work full time with them. I had the offer on table, but I rejected that because I think I was not ready at that particular point of time in my life because of my time in college. I don't think if I would have pursued that, I think if I would have pursued that offer, I would be sacrificing on a lot of things. So I basically let that offer go. Then December happened. My exams happened, and November and December I basically concentrated on my exams. All right, it was just studying, studying, studying. Then in January something happened which basically distracted me काफी ज़्यादा, and it took a lot of time for me to come back to my senses. It affected my mental health. Now in February, as these colleges are opening, I'm back in my campus, and I had an epiphany. Right? What is an epiphany? I'm not gonna tell you. Google that shit. So I had an epiphany. I was like, oh, by the way, I worked on design for like 10 to 11 months. I also worked as a professional video editor for a big time content creator on Instagram who has almost 90k plus followers right now. And in my business also, I used to produce a lot of social media graphic design posts and stuff. So I know how to use Photoshop, I know how to use Premiere Pro, I know a bit of what do you call it, After Effects, I know a bit of Final Cut Pro as well. But the thing I love the most is talking, right? And this is what I'm doing right now. Last year I observed a lot of people who I admire. They produce content, right? Not because they love, not because they produce content, but okay, it's a loop. All right, here's the thing. I love those people because they make beautiful content, and I respect them because they make content. You understand? The process of making content is very tedious. I've been behind the scenes. I see the hard work that goes behind everything. I've been following a lot of productivity YouTubers like Ali Abdul, your basic Madiawala, Captain Sinbad, then the Think School is not the Think School, Better Ideas, and a couple of other people as well. And I see the amount of effort that they put into their videos. They have their full time jobs as well. They have the personal life, and then they have YouTube. And I see how much fun they have with YouTube. I feel like these people are really good when it comes to narrating stories, and I feel like I can do that as well. Now, why did I mention that I did designing in my first year? I was actually going to take up designing as a career. That I literally thought mid 2021 that I'm going to dedicate my career towards design, whether it be UI, UX, graphic design, or whatever. But I don't know. As we progressed through the year, in the end, I realized that this is not for me. I just started hating design for some reason because at this particular point of time, I did it a lot. Like काफी ज़्यादा design कर लिया था. Clients के लिए, लोगों के लिए, clubs के लिए. Uh, I think I just grew out of it. It was not for me, right? And after I took an exit from my business, after I said no to a full time offer that was given to me by the company that I was working in Bangalore. That's another story. Like the Bangalore vlog is coming out. I think I should make that a vlog. I think I'll put out a Bangalore vlog. By the way, I started interning at a company called Avalon in my first year of college, and I guess I worked there for 9 to 10 months. I progressed from a campus ambassador to an intern, to then as a paid intern, to then as a part-time employee, and was offered a full-time position, which I had to reject because I was just not ready to commit my time as a first year or a second year who was just starting out in a second year. because I thought I had a lot of things that I could play with, and if I commit to something like a full time job, I wouldn't be able to explore. So that was that. So after I quit all of the things that I was working on, I had nothing to do. What should I do? I decided that in 2021, there's one thing that I ignored as a computer science student, which was learning about technology and programming, right? I ignored the fuck out of it. Now, I thought maybe in 2022 it could be my year where I learn about tech. So I decided to get into tech. Now, क्या करना है तुम्हें? Do you want to do web dev? Do you want to do app dev? There are a lot of people who do competitive coding. I don't know why they like logic building and stuff, which is good for them, but I like to see things build as you do it, right? I think it comes from my designer instinct, because whenever you use Photoshop, instantly things are happening in front of you, like you see the effect of the change that you make on your laptop right now, right? With the comparative coding, you just, and you see that, but it's just too much of a logical thing than visual. And I believe my design background really forced me to like things when you see the visual effects of things that you do on your laptop. So maybe I just wanted to get into web or app dev. Now web or app dev में भी बहुत सारी चीजें थी. What should I get into? That was a whole other thing, right? I wasted. I'm not going to use the word wasted, because I believe if you're asking, if you're looking out for things, you don't waste your time. You invest your time, and the more you look, I mean, I can obviously not generalize, but for me, it was the deeper I got into that learning rabbit hole, it got even more confusing for me, because I liked everything. So, again, I do not have one passion, right? I have a lot of things that I'm passionate about. I have a lot of things that I'm fascinated with, right? I don't think a lot of people have the ability to bore me, because I tend to ask a lot of questions, and I'm very opinionated. Okay, so I can basically talk about anything, and that's where it hit me. That's where it freaking hit me, that maybe I should start creating content. And this was a very small thought, right, in 2021, and that was when I took the execution. I was like, let me just release a couple of YouTube videos. Guess what? I released a couple of YouTube videos. I released 2 YouTube videos. Okay, woohoo. Whew. So after, as an experiment to see how I could perform on YouTube or how I do in front of the camera, I was like, hey, this is nice. This is actually good. By the way, I have my beard all grown out. I don't know what to do with it. I have zero idea as to what I should do with it. But like, doesn't matter. Looks is the last thing that matter to me right now in my life. Like, legit, I'm actually thinking of. This is the one thing that I had a chat about with my mother a lot as well when I was back home this particular January. I told her that I might sell off or donate all my clothes, then buy 5 to 6 t-shirts which actually look the same, maybe a couple of jeans, maybe 3 4 jeans which again look the same, and I'm gonna carry that look around all the time, right? I might have a couple of clothes for like special occasions or whatever, but that's what I want to do. Like, why am I saying like again and again? I dislike the fact that I use the word like again and again. The fact of the matter is, right now in my life, the last thing that I could give a shit about is how I look. Until the thought of creating content arrived in my mind. Now I knew that I had to do. I knew for a fact that I had to dedicate 2022 to programming. Right. I was confused like anything, but I had a lot of people to help me out. I had a chat with a lot of people, and then I finally decided on pursuing certain things. Now I am doing programming only to understand the logic. I want to do programming to see how things work, what goes behind the scene, because I want to be an entrepreneur, right? And I don't know if it makes sense or not, but I want to be a tech entrepreneur. And if you're a tech entrepreneur and you don't know how to program, you're I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can not understand tech and become a tech entrepreneur, like a CEO or whatever. But that's not just me. Since my childhood, I've always had this particular knack to get deep into stuff when I want to understand something. Like, I want to read the whole encyclopedia about a topic if I'm really interested in it. Okay. So that's why I started doing programming, because I wanted to become a tech entrepreneur. Now, apart from tech entrepreneurship, I wanted to do something which I could sustain very easily. Cool. And this comes from my 1 year of experience where I consumed a lot of content from, uh, should I call them, I mean, okay, big content creators who are also entrepreneurs, right? Some people who were entrepreneurs and created content, and some people created content as their entrepreneurial entrepreneurial venture, Running a YouTube channel or running a content creation agency, your channel, whatever, requires a lot of inputs. It's like running a company, right? And where am I going with this? Yes. So apart from programming, which I'm only pursuing just to see what goes behind the scenes because I want to start my own tech startup, I took up content creation as a sustainable form of side hustle because if there's one thing that I love and I adore and I admire are people who can actually speak very well. And I love to speak. I don't know if I speak very well. I know that I stutter a lot sometimes. I struggle to find certain words as well. But I like speaking. Why not create content? Then I asked a couple of my friends. Shout out to Hiya Bhatt. She, just like me, she watches a lot of vlogs. She's like, yeah, dude, you're a pretty opinionated person. You can pull it off. And I was like, yeah, sure. Let me just give it a shot. And I feel like I can do it. So here's the biggest life update. This particular year, I'm launching two YouTube channel. One based on crypto, AR, VR, in the whole Web3 space. I've got a small team working with me right now. We're gonna put out legitimate, curated, scripted content. It's gonna happen, right? And the second is this vlog that I'm shooting right now. It's just gonna be like my passion project. I'm just gonna be documenting everything that I do. Why? I don't freaking know. I just know that I love to speak, and I feel like I should share this with other people. I cannot let my life go. Um, I cannot let my life go. I cannot let my life happen without other without letting other people know कि उसमें क्या चल रहा है because I feel like my life is very interesting. Am I self obsessed? I don't know. Am I not making a point right now? I think I am. Should you give a shit about it? We'll see. And that was basically the life update, right? I dropped everything that I started in 2021. I'm pursuing a lot of different things in 2022. One of them being programming, and the second thing being content creation. Launching two channels. I'm going to be focusing more on my academics as well. Is there something else that I'll be doing? Oh yeah. By the way, I started a community with a close group of friends of mine, and tomorrow we're going to be hosting a session जहाँ पर Prakhar के प्रवचन is coming. So that's going to be cool. I'm hosting the session. It's going to be pretty cool for a first event. The link is going to be in the description if you want to join that community. We call ourselves the Varchasva community. It's a community of executors. We help people who want to master particular skills by helping them speed network and handhold them into building up certain kinds of skill. You want video editing? We got a guy. You want to learn about startups? You want to learn about business? We got a guy. You want to learn about AI, ML, DSA, graphic designing, public speaking, confidence building? We got a guy. So that's about it. It'd be lovely to see you guys there. I don't know. So that's about it. Thank you.